Hey, so we're going to go over Ujjayi breath or ocean breath, it can also be known as. This is a great breath to soothe the nervous system, to calm the mind, but it's also warming and heating breath. So it can be really good to kind of heat things up, warm things up, and from the inside out. The one thing I would say though, I wouldn't, if you notice that you are a person who often kind of gets locked in your own head, I wouldn't do this breath with your eyes closed. I'd keep your eyes open because it can sometimes just get us too connected on the inside and it kind of does the opposite thing that we want it to do. It kind of locks us in. But we don't want to get locked in, right? We want to release, we want to calm. And so it can be with our eyes closed especially, it can be a little bit tricky. But play around with this, right? Because everyone is different. So maybe this won't be your experience, but it has been my experience with that. So let's begin by finding a comfortable seat. All right, so if you found your comfortable seat, wherever that may be, in a chair, on a sofa, on a pillow like me with your legs crossed, or maybe on a pillow and on your knees. So you decide where that comfortable position is. And we're going to practice a little bit of Ujjayi or ocean breath. So, to kind of first off, this breath is, as I mentioned earlier, awesome for connecting with yourself, heating the body up, and calming the nervous system. It's kind of like we're taking this wash of breath through us, kind of like the ocean, right? A nice gentle wash of breath through and a wash of breath out, right? So inhaling and exhaling and really feeling that breath within the body. And first, we're going to start off by take your hand and go kind of trying to imagine that you can heat your hand up with the steam, right? Like, what we used to do on Windows with our friends, maybe write initials on it or hearts or whatever. I definitely don't do that anymore. Anyway, so with your hand, breathe into your hand. Inhale, exhale. All right, so try to get the same breath, but with your mouth closed and through your nose, if possible. So we're gonna try to create that same sound. Okay, do you notice where you're feeling that as you're doing that? Do you notice a slight constriction in the throat here? So your throat is slightly contracting, and that's what's creating that noise. So let's try to see if we can do this same contraction on the inhale and on the exhale. So inhaling and exhaling. And as you inhale too, try not to keep it just in the chest. Try to let this breath go down into the rib cage as well. So really feeling the rib cage expanding as you're inhaling. And as you're exhaling, feeling everything deflate a little bit. And maybe pulling back in. All right, so this breath of it's like that ocean. There's an ocean inside of you and it's filling you up and then it's releasing out of you. So practicing that a few more times. And once again, if you know that you're quite an introvert, maybe doing this with your eyes closed is not helpful. but other times it can feel really good too. So just play around, see what works for you in that moment. One more. So I also want to mention, because I didn't say this before, we're not trying to get the whole room to hear this. I have heard this breath before from some people, and it's a pretty impressive because they just fill the whole room with their Ujjayi. That's not the point. The point is for you to hear it and for you to feel it. So maybe someone else right next to you can hear, but you don't necessarily need the person across the room to hear your Ujjayi. Okay, so it's all about your inner connection, your connection with yourself, about this wave of breath washing over you and through you, and connecting with yourself, calming your nervous system. Okay, hopefully this helps. And if you have any questions about breath, please contact me either in the comments below or send me a message on Instagram, Facebook, on my website, wherever it is. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you. If you like this video, I'd thank you first. And B, hit the like. Thank you again. Hit subscribe. Thank you very much. And the little bell, ding, to get reminders of when I post new things. Um, Also, if you like this video, then I would love to invite you over to my online studio membership. I have loads of videos in there about the yoga foundations and lots of other things. But if you're enjoying these foundation videos and you're noticing, hey, this is really helpful, helping me create my own practice and really turning my practice into my own and not just following along with videos, then I would love to have you over there. If you go to www.tytoniyoga.com, so that's Tytoni yoga.com, and then go to the on demand, and I'll see you there. Otherwise, hang out here in YouTube and enjoy the free stuff here because this is a good place to be too.